Y'all, how you doing tonight? Ken Dost here. Tonight, Dost Isms, let's talk about the Uniform Trade Secret Act, which is a piece of legislation created by the Uniform Law Commission, ULC. The UTSA defines trade secrets and describes claims related to trade secrets. As of 2024, 48 states, including the District of Columbia, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, adopted the UTSA. Now, the UTSA, Uniform Trade Secrets Act, defines a trade secret as information involving a formula, pattern, compilation, program, device, method, technique, or process that one, derives independent economic value, actual or potential, from not being generally known to and not being readily ascertainable by proper means by other persons who can obtain economic value from its disclosure or use, and two, is the subject of efforts that are reasonable under circumstances to maintain its secrecy. So, your all capitalized name is a trade secret. It was taken from us through patents and trademarks by an intermediary that imposed that by the government actually imposed their control over us and stole their identity. And now it is for use in formulas, patterns, compilations, program, device, methods, techniques, or processes. Guess what, folks? That's patents, patented processes. So let me ask you a question. Do you think it's fair that you have a piece of real estate, you have a mortgage, and somebody comes in, steals your name, doesn't tell you that the mortgage that you signed is not a mortgage, but is actually a lease agreement, and behind all of that, you've got somebody that's controlling that name, and they're using it for annuities, for insurances. They're using the value that they're using the name, like for CoreLogic, that are using it to store it for data and warehousing of data so that they can lend it out for a fee for others to use and exploit, so that they can use your name as collateral value to profit from, that you don't get a fucking nickel on. Is that fair competition? No, it is not fair competition. It is a trade secret, and trade secrets, per the UTSA, is page under the part that I want to get to here, is the use of a trade secret belonging to another does not always constitute misappropriation. However, there are two basic situations in which obtaining the trade secret is illegal, where it is acquired through improper means, such as mortgage electronic registration systems, by not disclosing the trademark within the circle R, the trademark within that it is a trademark within the Fannie and Freddie Uniform Standard Instrument. That's illegal, illegally obtained. And two, where it involves a breach of confidence. Well, is there a breach of confidence? Yeah, I would say there's kind of breach of confidence when the real estate industry or the Fannie and Freddie document is lying to us, is not disclosing all the information. That's a breach of confidence. Are we not supposed to trust this agreement? Trade secrets may be obtained by lawful means such as independent discovery, and here's the best part, reverse engineering, and the inadvertent disclosure resulting from the trade secret holder's failure to make reasonable protective measures. And the misappropriation of trade secrets is considered a form of unfair competition. So guess what, people? If you got a mortgage loan, if you're one of the 100 million people on a mortgage loan, guess what? You got fucked up the ass by unfair competition. And we all ought to rebel against this. This is disgraceful. This is what they did, was they being the legislature, Republican House and Democrats, what they did the same goddamn thing that they did with the birth certificate when they took our birth name, except they did it to our public personality, our first, middle, initial, last name. And they did that. And why? So the bill, and who else is using these things? Peter Thiel, Palantir Technologies. Elon Musk, all his stuff. This is dangerous shit we're talking about here. This is the demise. This is the death of freedom and liberty, not just for us in this country, but also around the world. But speaking of people around the world, you always hear about we're the only nation in the world that doesn't have free healthcare. Why don't we have free healthcare? Because of trade secrets. Because these motherfuckers hid it from us. That's why, if you're in any other country, you get free health care and universal health care. Why? Because you're get to benefit from your intellectual properties. Whereas here in the United States, because of the crookedry and the payoffs and the unlimited finance, campaign and finance and lobbying, we don't have it. It's called American capitalism, which is butt fucking the citizens of this nation. And I'm a little bit angry today, and I seem a little bit angry. I am a little bit angry. I'm frustrated today. Because I'm sick. We lost everything. Everything was gone from that's on the illegal, unlawful foreclosures. And sometimes a little pissing me off a little bit. Because this is what I do now. This is what I've spent 10 years of my research on. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit angry today. So anyhow, my picture seems to be kind of freaking out at me a little bit. So my video might not be the greatest. But anyhow, that's all I have to say about this video here. So once again, my name is Ken Dost. Dost Isms, name my podcast. That's what you want to call it. Please put a like, share, and if you can contribute, it'd be great if you can get a contribution to help me keep doing this and keep this thing going. And you can find me on YouTube. Once again, thank you very much. Have a good day.